Okay, the president Mahama, that will be about what is going on our social media networks.
So, cyberbullying, cybercrime has been with us for years. With the explosion in the digital space and different kinds of instruments in that space, it's become more sophisticated.
He made a statement. It was categorical. He said that currently in Parliament, they are working on bringing some of these things into a new bill. And that bill, and then they make us actually, it is the cyber security bill. As a test, CCI, it is a law. We to watch him, we to persecute you, and we to mark the jail for up to 15 years. So just be mindful. Now, because it's a voluminous bill, I've picked some sessions, one after the other, and I want to give you explanation to those bills so that as you watch this video, you'll be mindful of what you shouldn't do when you have the access on your social media networks. The first one we are going to talk about is Section 3. The amendment of the old bill, the Section 3. This is what they're going to include. It said, unauthorized access to devices. Unauthorized access to devices. And this is what the function or the crime. This is how the crime is. It is a crime or a criminal offense. A criminal offense to access another person's phone, computer, or digital system without permission. Now, penalty, it is up to 5 years imprisonment. The example is that you unlock somebody's phone or you browse through someone else's phone or email or file without the person's consent. Now, be cheche mate. 1 hour you go full phone, obini phone da and afa. Na you are just going through. We'll go through and we'll pick information be na de say you pakono report and you are found culpable of doing that thing. You are stand to be jailed for 5 years. That is Section 3. Inti ewundo obi kwan po be for bi ne laptop na wa kodo na e bia some pictures be videos be na wa twi videos no na wa circulate no ogito bi new videos na those things no. This bill is coming to stop it. That is number 1. Let's go to the second one. Section 4. Now, we are talking about tampering with data. Data in America no onye obi ogoto a 1 megabyte or 1 gig. No, that is not the data we are talking about. We are talking about information of a person. I want to say no, there are data information. They call something biodata. Every information about you is called data when it comes to this cybersecurity, technology. Now, also, this section makes it an offense to modify, delete, obstruct, or interfere with someone's digital information or files without authorization. In other words, so be one maybe gunu phone do, another laptop so another near a tablet to do, and you pass some information to modify it, to change it, or to delete it. Those things are offensive. And if it's offensive, the law is telling you that you stand to be penalized for 5 years. Ebutumako jail for 5 years. Now, an example to this is that deleting someone's personal documents, changing the person's password, or altering digital records of a person. You stand to go for 5 years. Now, Section 5. Also, unauthorized communication of critical information. Very important. Listen. Also, sharing or transmitting confidential or critical information to someone who is not authorized to receive it is prohibited. Okay, in other words, let me explain to you. Say, obi information be your media. Na actually tentem na send mo bia. Them transmission iron was it or you prohibited. And when they see you to be doing that, ebinim shishi when you confirm on laptop, then quickly no watch information be so you pakono call report to. You will investigate and you are found culpable. you stand to be jailed for 5 years. This bill, the 5 years now, be average. 5 years. 5 years. Be averaging 5 years. How do you answer? Now, an example of this, let me give you an example. Leaks, government leaks, information you are very classified. In a actually that's will be just because you want to have some political points. When you are found to be done or when you are found to be doing such acts, listen to me very well. When you are found to be doing such acts, you found yourself to be in prison for 5 years. This is what Section 5 is talking about. Now let's go to Section 6. This is the introduction into the old bill. So listen and listen critically. It said, possessions of critical information. Now listen. Merely possessing classified or critical information without proper authorization is a serious crime. Now, this is related to the Section 5, but this one, when you have it yourself, when you have the information, you see somebody, or better still, you have an information which is, you are not authorized to have such information. So, for example, if you are a ministry be, and as part of documentation, a Kenyan document be on your dia, but that document is for that particular ministry. Let's say Ministry of Finance or Ministry of Energy. Those critical, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Interior, those critical ministries. When you have such information, this new introduction is telling you that will be jailed 5 years because you are not an officer of that department or that ministry or that agency, and you are not supposed to have that critical documents. In the book of 5 years. Section 10 of this new introduction on also recording private conversation. So also recording private conversation, even if you are part of the discussion, is an offense unless authorized by law or consent is given. So the explanation is this. A conference call, and I'm kasa. And a free day, as my minion cano, a free day, a payday use against me, and then against Obi, and consafono, work will be no one man or record. No, that's some will be. No, was said for. This is the bill for you. And say a academic now, what recording secretly, illegally recording people. If you are a conference call, crana in your record, and I start a record will be. You must be very careful. The bill, this new bill, the introduction of this bill means you go to be jailed for 2 years. So what you're there, I record will be secretly. Now record that will be jailed for 2 years. But if they told you to do the recording that, I am free. That is the difference. So okay, show the recorder, you are free. But one can't show the recorder that you stand to be jailed for 2 years. Let's continue. Now, Section 19. Also, publication of misleading information. Misleading information. There are information there, they are very misleading. You see, information here very critical. And when you have information, onion and calling to shoot obi. I papa and I born. Now, listen to this, the explanation of this bill. Now, it says, it is illegal to publish, post, or share false or misleading information through digital platforms or media that could deceive or harm others. Now, listen. So, okay, and some are especially on TikTok. This one, I want to emphasize on TikTok. If you go on TikTok, sometimes it's difficult to bear. It's so difficult because ex and kofun sama work for being they know nothing. They next to nothing or nothing to anything. But they will speak as if they have every information. Those misleading information. This bill is telling you that if you are found to be posting those things, and now on your WhatsApp group, on your WhatsApp platforms, send such misleading information, and somebody sees it as an offensive to himself or herself, or report to her, you stand liable to be jailed for 2 years. 2 years for just sharing a misleading information. Now let's go to section 21. Section 21 say, disclosure of cybercrime investigations. Disclosure of cybercrime investigations. This is what the law says. If you receive a police summons or are involved in an ongoing cybercrime investigation, you must not disclose or publicize it. Say police will invite you for investigation, and now you are involved in some issue there. Police are trying to investigate the issue, and you tell somebody that I have been called by a police officer and they are investigating me on ABCD. That information are personal. This bill has given them, the Cybersecurity Authority, the mandate that you could be jailed for 5 years. Even when we issue won't deal with it. That issue will not be dealt with. They will just put it down. And then you'll be jailed for disclosing the invitation police has handed to you for 5 years. In other words, you post on social media that you have been called by the police for a cybercrime investigations. Those things are crime. They are criminal in nature, and the law will deal with you. And to say police invite you come ye Nantinako police station. Ya kase kofi awoko. Who you mone belu wa friend lawyer. Na ba beboa na wa throw statement na ye belu. Eno no. Sa anye dem na say ekeke be there. I have been called for investigation on some cybercrime issues. You stand to be jailed for 5 years. Okay. Now, section 22. This is the inclusion. It said, cyberbullying and online harassment. Yes. More bullying for Facebook, any other social media networks. Watching Kofo, they sometimes come to your DM and they will give you threatening messages. Now, listen, this is your part of it. Now, section 22 says, being rude, indecent, or vulgar online with the intent to humiliate or embarrass another person is prohibited. WMT. Nenka. Wawa sama. Utro WMT. Eba becho. Wabechu whom? What you pay? Came there when you look on Saum. 2 years ekotra ansanaba. Now, stop bullying people. When you start insulting people using indecent language, vulgar language, underline this word, vulgar languages. And some enisa wano kraka. Assembly worker or a fanciful friend or you're unbothersome or you're unbothersome. You shouldn't say it. But people are found of saying it on their social media networks. Now, this law is mandating the Cybersecurity Authority to do something. And this one is not only the Cybersecurity Authority, they are going to link with the Signal Bureau into more social media network, TikTok, and other places. No, we insult ministers, we insult president. Don't worry, your time is up. This law will deal with you. Into Pocho. Be careful, you don't found culpable. You are not found culpable. Because when they arrest you in accordance with the law, with this bill I'm reading, you're going to be charged accordingly, and everything will happen to you, especially when it comes to this cybersecurity amendment bill. Yes. Again, section 24. That is the last one. This is the last one. The icing on the cake. Tea. Inciting ethnic or national division. Inciting ethnic and national division. Social media, that's what they do. But let me read the real wording of the law, the black and white wording, so that you can listen. Or say, any online activity or message that attempts to create ethnic division or tension among citizens is treated as an act of domestic terrorism Se eye bibia ote there ede ethnic impapemu ido ye ono not na oye twini oya igbenyi na kasam, to hit him or her just because a person couldn't feel bad. Now this bill is telling you that when you do that, you are going for life imprisonment or a treasonable offense, and you stand liable to go for life imprisonment. You're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. Now, this is the shorter version of what is going to be included into a long, or better still, big document in Act 1038, the Cybersecurity Amendment Bill 2025. Be careful, be watchful, and don't involve yourself in things because the law has no respecter of persons. Be careful. Now, that's our spotlight for today. Like this video, share it. If you have not subscribed to our page, subscribe to this page, and indeed, let everybody hear this. Share it on your TikTok, on your Instagram, on your Facebook, everywhere. Let them listen to it. This one is a blow by blow, broken by broken, one after the other amendment of the current bill. Okay? And we want to see you another time. Until we get to your way another time, once again, this is the Spotlight, and we say bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.